Surprise! It's the Moonbabes Monday Night Live on Tuesday, live while I'm driving, because this is the only time that this is happening. So I am in the car. I promise you, I am here. And I didn't even get to pin a post, but I wonder if I do this, you guys can see me more. No. Okay, so I want to talk to you guys about the energy of this week. A lot of you are asking me questions about these things that are circulating around. And sorry, it's so dark. I am driving on the freeway and I don't really have a way of turning on any lights on me. So a lot of you have been asking me, here we are, about these surges of like negative energy, and they're just things that are making you question what you know, and things that are making you question the things that you're doing in a way that is bringing up fear. And the thing with that is, and I kind of posted about it today in my story, is this is happening and there's a lot of distractions happening right now, because it's like your attention is being derailed. It's being derailed in a different direction, in a different place, so that you're not actually paying attention to this full moon in Gemini that's coming up on 12/12 on Thursday. And the portal of 12/12. This is actually a really big deal. If you are in Moonbabe Society, you got an email that I wrote today, and you're going to get one too if you're part of the crash course, because we're all coming together in this meditation. And it explains, in fact, that the full moon is becoming full at 12/12 Eastern time on the 12th of December. And this is a 12 year, because 2019 added up together makes 12. So this is like a big universal, like, hey, this is happening. Pay attention, right? I feel like the universe is kind of pointing it out in every way possible. So it's a big moon. It's the energy of the moon is bringing everything up to the surface that needs to go. So this is part of this whole shakeup that I feel like is happening, except it's manifesting in the 3D world in this like crazy attacking kind of way. Anything that's coming up with things that make you feel less than, with things that make you feel like you are lower than, you are less than, you are enslaved, you are a victim, you are, all of these kinds of things that lower your vibration, okay? Just shift out of them. Let them go. This is the lower vibrational fields. This is like frequency control. This is all sorts of control that happens because we need to rise higher. We're not going to get into the politics of it all, but the bottom line is this: these are the energies that we're lifting from. And this 12/12 gateway is a big deal in terms of the energy that's coming in and aligning with the galactic portal and through the great central sun. It's actually going to shift us on a cellular level. And so we want to be in a position to receive it. And the thing is, if you're in fear, you won't be able to receive, because fear closes you up. So you want to be in love. You want to be, and by saying in love, I mean you want to be in the vibration of love. You want to be open. You want to be in receiving mode. You want to be able to tap into what is coming so that you're able to use it, utilize it. This is going to come straight into your cells, your DNA. This is like photonic light activation. So it's like the cells, the smart particle, what we want to call them, inside of our DNA, are communicating directly with the light particles in the universe, right, at the great central sun. And so we are being blasted with this knowledge, meaning that it's the cells inside of us are going to remember that we know these things, that this is like soul codes and galactic codes and information, which is light knowledge that's coming for us. So, well, coming for us in terms of it's coming at us through this light blast, but it's going to be awakened from within us. So it's a big deal. Don't get derailed from it. It's going to, the way that I see it is it's really going to recharge our aura. We're going to get, it's going to be different than we've ever had in these gateways. This is a very significant one because it marks the end of an era that was the first 7-year Mayan cycle since 2012. And between 1212 and 1221, which is the winter solstice, it's going to actually land. This new frequency is coming in, higher vibrations on planet Earth, anchoring in, and we're birthing this new 7-year cycle on the Earth. And it's how interesting that it all coincides. It's the end of a decade. All of these major shifts are happening. The astrology is like in full support. Obviously, the sun and the moon are fully supporting. And also, the moon, the full moon in Gemini, Gemini is a sign that often represents duality. It's the twins. It's just two sides of the coin. And it's now, all of that is being released. Full moons are, they bring everything up to the surface to be released. So we're letting go of all this. We're bringing in the unity. We're bringing in the completion, the 12, 12, 12. So I don't know if next year we're going to be celebrating these gateways in the same way, because if this energy lands, not celebrating, but we're going to be feeling them with the red lights of the car in front of me. So we're not going to be feeling them in the same way. So this alignment is significant. I don't know how the energy will shift next year, but we're entering a whole new cycle. So a whole new level of awareness is opening up to us, a whole new level of knowledge, a whole new level of like, playing quote unquote in the astral planes, and the interaction is opening up to us. This is the reason why there is so much freaking propaganda. I want to say big, strong words because I feel really strongly about this, but there's so much negative propaganda right now with all of this stuff telling you to not connect to your angels. There's like so much fear mongering and so much end of the world. It's like, and these are people that are posing and a lot of times as light workers, but they're really not. They're just like spreading fear, because no light worker is going to be out there spreading, these fear things. And some people, which has made me really sad, I've actually shared some videos from YouTube this past year that are from channels that were meaning to share alternative news. But what happens is when you create these headlines that are so extravagant and like, oh my God, is it martial law? Are we at the end? Like when you create these kinds of things, people will actually click on it and pay attention because it's like this fear. It's like, oh my God, what's happening? And so these people on these channels are making more money from ads now that they have these like crazy headliners. And so they took on this whole different, instead of from love, right? They end up spreading more fear. And that's not what we want. This is not what this is not what we came to do. This is not the purpose for us. This is not spreading the love and the unity, right? The end of the world scenarios and all of that stuff is like not where you want to be. So our job, okay, hear me very, very like loud on this. From my heart to yours, whenever you see these things, you have to hold in your mind, you have to level up, you have to shift up, pull down a new timeline, pull in a new reality, like live in a different timeline. Timelines go like, they flow like music. They flow like, the notes on the music. And it really is like mentally, it's kind of like that. What was that movie, Green Lantern, where he was doing, if you haven't seen Green Lantern, that's a good movie to watch. It's a mental exercise. With your mind, you create these shapes and you tap into the sacred geometry. This is how you tap into the astral fields and the unseen realms, right? You have to navigate, but you have to hold certain geometric patterns and forms in your mind in order to get certain places, right? If you have taken, or if you are looking at taking my my sacred geometry, my sacred chakras journey digital course, I teach you how to do these things. Okay, but this is what we do: is to navigate in the astral realm safely. You learn how to hold these patterns of light and how to work with sacred geometry, because sacred geometry is sacred because it is intelligent. And so in the form is held information that holds you safe and takes you places. So when these things happen, you want to hold in your mind a higher outcome. You want to bring in and manifest in a higher timeline. And so basically, what we're doing is we're changing the reality that is. We are actively changing our present reality. It's kind of like we're switching the way that things are done. But if we get lost, it's our job to do this. And if we get lost, in lower timelines, I am at Yoga Sune, where I will be teaching my new 9 o'clock Tuesday night class. So we're in for some Kundalini. Oh, hey, look, there's some light. So if these scenarios happen, you want to hold in your mind the best scenario, and you want to pull it in. You want to make it available, because the more of us do that, the more that reality has a chance to ground, the more that higher timeline has actually a chance to ground. Yes, Joyce. Mental gymnastics and alchemy is exactly right? So, but we want to hold it, because these are like the studies that they do for meditations and different frequencies, like Joe Dispenza's, and all sorts of people do this. Just if you get on Gaia, Heart Math Institute, it's documented everywhere that actually when people get into theta waves, or they get into higher brain waves, and they meditate together on something, right, like for world peace, then you actually shift the state. The crime goes down. There's less accidents. Like, we are actually able to come together and shift the outcome of things. This is actually what they do in the government and like the higher world organizations, is they actually do these things. They just don't teach the people how to do these things, because God forbid we become so powerful that we actually take on our government. And that is what's happening right now, is we are learning that these are the methods to come together. And so when all of us are bringing in a higher vibrational reality, then we're making it happen, right? Because we are the majority. It's kind of like that moment in the movies when there's the revolution and the people are like, wait, there are more of us than there are of those people. Why are we listening to them, right? Revolution. That's what happened. This is what's happening. So that's the shift. I have got to go and teach my Kundalini class. I'll probably jump on live if I can after the class, but this is really what I wanted to tell you. Stay in the love. Don't fall for these fear tactics. This is a big week. Stay in your heart. Meditate, meditate, meditate. If you're not in one of my courses, this is a good week to get into one of them and get support. We have the crash course that is open for enrollment. You can join us, join the 1212 meditation, Moon Babe Society. It's the monthly support. You can join there. And the Sacred Chakras journey, we're going to continue this journey through. The Sacred Chakras journey goes all the way till January, and we're going to be doing more to come with the winter solstice, and then another live meeting in January. So lots of ways that you can be supported. So look at my website. It's moonbabetribe.com. Go to the link in my bio. This is the time where you want to know how to do it. And this is the stuff that I teach you in all my courses, you guys. I'm really, really big about teaching you how to do the work for yourself, so that you don't have to rely on me or any other sources, because this is how we win, is teaching you the skills to do things for yourself, so that then you can turn around and teach to others, right? This is what we're doing. So, okay, I gotta go. I'm getting messages. I'm late. I love you guys. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'll see you later.